Got the frame in the oven, just drying. Trying to limit the amount of rust as much as possible.
Done. Shit. Oh, not done. A little bit left. Maybe a little difficult to see, but well, no, there we go. All right, it's just the glare is really bad from well, actually, let me go fix that. Yeah, there we go. It's a whole lot better. Yeah, it's a lot better. Cover that up. Yeah. Yep, got the frame in the oven, just pre-baking. Make sure there's no oils or contaminants seeping out of the metal before we get this powder coated. And now we're on the last, what's it at now? It's a little above 350, so almost there. I'm gonna get it to 400 and let it bake for about another 10-15 minutes. I'm sure it's probably fine right now, but I just want to make sure because that was a lot of time sandblasting. So I will pick back up when that is done in about probably another 10-15 minutes or so, something like that. Yep. Actually, while that is going, because I'm gonna have to coat it hot, warm hot, just because this Harbor Freight powder coater isn't the best. It gets the job done with being difficult, I guess. Ah, shit. Yeah, see, just tripped it again. Man, what is that at? It's right at 400. Almost there. Alright, well that's actually at 400 now, so I'll just turn this off, let that, I don't know, we'll see. I don't need to mess with that, that's fine. We'll just let that sit in there for a little while. Turn it back on in a little bit. Alright, let me clean this stuff up some. Got too much stuff everywhere. Just toss it on over there for now. What is in here? That's chrome powder in there. I need to get this off. Alright, let me figure out this chest mount real quick. Okay, that motherfucker's getting hot. Have all that ready to go. So now I got the air compressor turned off. I'm going to plug, well, I never unplugged it. I'm going to turn the oven back on. Let this heat up. Let that heat up close to 400, if not right at it, a little over it. That way when I get done powder coating the frame, I can just toss it right back in the oven. And I don't have to wait on this to heat up. It's gonna trip the breaker. Let me go back and flip the breaker back, let it heat up some more, trip the breaker. So I don't have to deal with all that. All right, so I will pick back up when this is closer to 400, if not right at 400. And by that time, closer to it, I'm gonna be checking the temperature of this, the dirt bike frame, the RM250 frame as well. Where's my
See, man, I just got stuff everywhere. This is what happens when you don't keep the clean workspace clean. There's too much stuff everywhere. Sorry for the bad lighting. Just don't want to flip that main breaker. That's 145. I really need to do this now. It's 186, 135, 130, 140. All right, yeah, so that's closed. What are we at? Right at 200. All right, so I'm just gonna turn this off. We'll just have to play heating game whenever it comes back on, whenever we get done. I don't have time to wait. I need to get this powder on here ASAP. Turn this on, turn all the lights on. All right. Probably gonna hear me breathing weird, heavy, just because of the mask, or we'll probably already have anyways. I really don't understand why that just falls out of the end of the gun. It really makes things difficult. All right, hardest areas. dude. Gosh. Oh, man. I mean, dude, that was an entire cup of powder just wasted. Whatever. I got the inside coated somewhat. Dude. Man. I can't keep doing that, dude. I mean, all right, take two. I have way less powder in the gun this time, which I'm probably more than like, oh yeah, without a doubt, gonna have to fill it back up. Not fill it back up, but put more powder in it, but hopefully it doesn't do what it was doing before. Gosh, dude, look at all that powder, man. That sucks. All right, well, please work. Got the frame done. It's not perfect. There's a lot of orange peel. And then over here, this side, whoops. Over here on this side, well, I guess just very uneven coating. Not really sure. I mean, it's a dirt bike frame. It's not going to be perfect with the powder coating gun that I have, but I don't know, just little stuff like that I'm just picky about. It sucks. I mean, it's done. I really hate how there's a lot of imperfections in it. Just super uneven. Yeah, this really bugs me. Man. I mean, some parts are great, and then some parts are just not great at all. Got the front hub here all disassembled, partially, just getting the bearings out now. I went ahead and already got the seals out. Just use a flathead to lift up under the seal all the way around and then pop it out. I have another flathead here that I used as an improper tool and broke the tip off of the flat blade. So kind of made it perfect for getting bearings out. Perfect. That came out. Spacer for the front hub. Need 2 pieces of wood. Grab ones that aren't the same. Alright, got that out. Get this ready for the parts washer. Now, I just put these back bearings in, like not even 3 hours worth of ride time. I really don't want to mess these up, so I'm gonna do my best to not screw these up, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. That's not too bad. Set that up there. Same thing to same thing to the other side. Just very gradual, carefully lift these out. Banging on the inner race trying to get those out isn't going to be too great. I'll kind of ding that one up a little bit. That's not too bad. So that's got 2, so I'm gonna need to get this one out first. So on the sprocket side, yeah, just for my references, sprocket side has the stacked bearings. So we'll turn this over. I guess I'm just gonna try and heat the outside of the hub up and then bang it on the table, see what happens. Shit, how about that? Wow, that's actually working. How about that shit, man? Definitely need to clean that up. Now for the other side, I really don't want to bang on that inner race with a socket and a hammer. Hopefully this works too. Jax. I'll be damned. Wow. That's crazy. That works wonderfully. Shit's probably hot. Don't want to touch that. I'll clean those off at a different time. Alright, now to wash these off. Got the hubs and the part washer. Now for the sprocket. I wonder if I can take that apart. I'll have to watch a video on that. Clean that up. Put that over there. Same thing. No, I'm not going to do anything with that right now. Alright, let's go ahead and do the triple clamp, top triple clamp. I need to get the bearing, steering stem bearing, off of the bottom triple clamp. It's going to be fun. Ugh. Take this off. Actually, I guess we can just put this over here for now in that pile. We got foot pegs. So the red hubs. All right, yeah, we're good on that. Now I'm going to bring all of this to the sink in the garage and rinse all this off. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that bad spot on that triple clamp. Shit, I did not mean to gouge into that. I'll have to smooth that up. Damn, can't believe I did that. Alright, like way too long later. That's the back rim all masked off. That was a pain in the ass. But it's done. Let's not forget to cut holes in the tape after all of this. Alright, and we are good.
I want to put the lowest PSI possible, but to where it still flows out correctly. Turn that oven off and turn this fan on. It'll trip the main breaker if not. We got 214 towards the top, so I'll wait till it gets around 120 or so, and then I'll start putting some powder coat on. This thing is, that's close enough. Pretty good. They don't look too bad. I mean, there are some bad spots, but I mean, it's just, it is, and it is what it is. And it looks, for the most part, pretty even, pretty consistent coverage. Maybe a little heavy in some areas, but I mean, it's just that gravity feed gun spitting that powder out, man. It's just, it's not it. But it's a whole lot better than the first attempt. Alright, let's go toss this in the oven and I will be right back with the other hub. Alright, got the back hub here. We're around 160, 140, 150, 126, 150. It's all different readings in the same spot. 172 at the bottom, which that's a little hard to believe. 158 at the same spot at the bottom. So yeah, I'm just gonna say we're good. All right, so yeah, we're good. Toss some powder on this one. We'll go turn the oven off real quick so it doesn't trip the breaker when I turn the fan on. GoPro battery turned off because it got too hot, but there's a little bit of, I guess, just inconsistency, powder buildup that dropped down that didn't stick or something. I'm not sure really, but for the most part, it looks like all of the like little corners and stuff I got. I mean, there's some stuff up here that, and it didn't even stick, and it's still hot. It's obviously not as hot as it needs to be, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to roll with it. Just toss the red coat on after this fully cures, and we will be done, hopefully. Got the front hook here, about to toss that red on and hit the other parts with it as well. Alright, got the shock spring here. Let's go ahead and get some powder coat on that too. I may have to do a second coat on that, but we'll see. We'll wait till it flows out and then see what it looks like. Man, dude, this camera just doesn't do it justice. Maybe it does, I just can't see my phone screen that well. It's so bright outside. That's wild. The battery died, man, that's crazy. Gosh, that looks good. I still gotta finish peeling that off. I should have peeled it off when it was hot. My mistake. I don't really want to heat it back up. I don't know what that would do to the structural integrity or strength of the powder coat. But yeah, man, that's crazy. The battery died when I was doing all this and I was locked in. I think I was up till like 12 or 1 finishing all this. It's crazy. Chrome. So the colors I used: chrome on the hubs and spring, dazzling red as the top coat, which it came out a little darker than what I've seen just online and in videos, but that's my fault. I coated it too heavy. Just kind of difficult with that Harbor Freight powder coating gun. It's too much, too little. It's hard to fine tune it when it just spits and sputters in the gravity fed or the gravity feed type system that it is. It just spits it all out the end of the gun. But regardless, way better than it was. It's clean. Then for this, dazzling blue, same color as this: chrome, dazzling red, dazzling blue, and then I put clear coat over it just to help with, I guess, the mixing of the colors and it being uneven from the fade color, or the fading technique, I guess. I wouldn't really call it technique, but yeah, I guess it is. I'm not that good at that stuff, but turned out pretty good. Turned out way better than I thought it would. We focused. Gloves on. Gonna get the spacers cleaned up. Nothing special about that. I'll just cut the video. And I'm gonna sandblast them. Then sandblast the insides, outsides, and then throw it on the Scotch-Brite wheel, the prime pads, just to shine the outside up, even though it doesn't matter. It's gonna be covered in grease, but you know, make it look decent. Going this far, why not go that much extra further? So I will pick back up when I get that done. Got the spacers all grease-free from what I can tell. Let's go toss these in the sandblaster, turn the air compressor on. Well, maybe time to take a frisbee throw break. Does that sound good? You want me to throw it, Savannah? Savannah, you want me to throw it? You want me to throw it? Come on, give it here. Let me see. Let me see. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. This way.
Come on. You ready? You want it? Sit. Sit. Give me a paw. Good girl. Give me your other paw. I got that one. Thank you. Give me your other paw. Good girl. High five. High five. High five. High five, Savannah. High five. Come on. High five. High five. All right, we'll count that. Good girl. Speak. You ready? Speak. 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 Good girl. Good girl, Savannah. Good girl. Good girl, Savannah. Man, these things cleaned up nice. It's crazy. Got everything cleaned up. Got the rest of the masking tape off. I went ahead and heated the inside of the hub. Hopefully the bearings aren't too difficult to get in there. I have to tap it a little. Got the back wheel bearings in, spacers in, seals in. Now with the All Balls Racing front wheel bearings. Let's get these in. All right, got the rims. Got these ordered from Dubya. Dubya, I believe is how it's pronounced. I may be mispronouncing that, so sorry if I am. Yeah, man. Gosh, that's gonna look so good once it's all done. Huh, that's cool. Got my name on everything. Feel a little special. So I have never laced wheels before, so I am probably gonna do this off camera. Back. It's been a while, been a few weeks, kind of slacked off. I didn't like the way the frame turned out and just kind of slowed everything down. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but this morning I tossed it in the burn barrel and basically just burned the powder off with the flames. But wheels are all trued up, hubs powder coated. I have the rim lock installed here. So on the stock rims, the rim lock and valve stem were opposites of each other. I was doing some research and I basically found out it doesn't really matter. It's kind of better. Some people say it's better to have it close, which makes sense. Some people say it's better to have it on the other end. This rim only has them side by side for the front. It doesn't have one across. The back rim has a spot for two rim locks and then the valve stem. Two side by side and then one on the other side. And I didn't know about the rubber plugs in the rim. So, I mean, this one's kind of crusty, but that should clean up pretty nice, and I'll just have to use that one because I don't have one. I didn't know that was the thing. I didn't pay attention to that. It's my fault. Here, like I said, rim lock already installed. Let me get the tube and the rim strip. Got a IRC tire heavy duty tube here. Man, that is a fat tube. 21-inch rim strip here. Let's go ahead and put this rim strip on here. You see this, we'll just set this up here for now. Rag over the bearing holes so the dust would get in there. Been sitting for a while. Bring this over, just make sure that the rim strip is centered over the nipples. Don't want to pinch your tube. Just that over here. Make sure your valve stem hole is lined up. Tires I went with, Max Cross MX ST, and then an 8100. And this is directional. So if you look right here, it has the rotation. See if that can, hopefully y'all can see that. There's an arrow pointing in the direction that it rotates. So yeah, let's get this off. Brake rotor side. Fucking hell, I'm tired. It's gonna be spinning this way. So, brake rotor side. Where's the direction at? Direction of travel. Alright, so flip it over going this way. It rotates that way to go forward. Yep. Well, I'm skipping steps here. Alright, so another thing to help, let's put some baby tire. Another thing to help so the tube or the tire doesn't shake the tube is putting baby powder in the tire. There's the frame in the oven getting all the rust out. Let's do this over here so y'all can see. Put some air in this tube. Just helps it not kink up or roll over. Kind of just helps set it in place. Does it help if I turn the regulator up? Probably didn't need it that much, but let's take the valve stem out now. Out of curiosity though, what is this even at? Wow, so that inflates even more than that. Did I get the right size? No. The fuck? I grabbed the 20, man. So, no, I didn't even grab the right box. Man, I thought this tube looked a little fat, to be honest with you. I grabbed the wrong box. I picked up the 21-inch tube that was in the box, set it down to pick up the rim strips, and picked the 19 back up. Whoops. Man, I didn't think this thing felt right in here. That's a fat tube for this front tire. There's no way. Get the air out. There wasn't a lot in there anyways, but make sure the valve stem doesn't shoot across the room, because it will. Alright, well, let's put this back in here. Actually, I'll leave that out. That one's right there. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, this is more like the size, man. I knew something didn't seem right. We're already messing up. As long as we don't mess up butchering these rims up. Let's put some air in this tube, the correct tube. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. Alright, now let's take the valve stem out. I don't know if it matters. I don't think it does, but I'm going to keep the valve stem separate from the rear that I accidentally put in the front, and then the front valve stem. I really don't think it matters, but I guess better to be safe than sorry, right? Drop shit. Alright, we got some Windex here. I'm actually going to clean this baby powder off of this rim some. This off some, wipe the bead off some. Then got a different rag here. Not that I really think it matters, but got some Windex here. Tire paste is preferred, but I don't have any tire paste, and I really don't feel like going to get any. I'm ready to get this done. This has been a project for way too long. Get picked back up on this build and get to it. Ready to ride my bike again. Alright, so we got the rim lock here over on the left. Let me try and get a better angle for y'all. Get your valve stem nut. So we got the rim lock here, got the valve stem hole, and the positioning of the hole also, like which one is which. I feel like it would have been better to put the rim lock first and then the valve stem, but then again, you have this entire rotation before it hits the rim lock again. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really think it's that serious anyways, but the rim lock on that side, that's just what I did. Don't know if there is a certain way. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything online, so yeah, that's just where I have it put. So alright, so now we are going to, and I'll have to put the camera back down in a second, but valve stem hole lined up. I'm actually going to put Windex on the other side of this tire also. Anyways, valve stem through the hole, put the nut on to hold it, and push the tire on as much as possible, then get the tire spoons. And I also have these plastic protectors to not ding up the rim. Got the spec bolt nickel works Suzuki kit. These washers are just cool in my opinion. We are gonna plate some stuff, but that's mainly like the specialty bolts, head studs, axle bolts, nuts, stuff like that. Stuff that really, I guess, kind of expensive or not available for the RMs now. GoPro battery died, but I went ahead and got the tires mounted. These things look
awesome. It's kind of a pain in the ass being that I just haven't changed a whole lot of tires, and trying not to scratch the rim, which there's a few spots, especially up here. But I mean, hell, nobody's gonna see that anyways. Right there, it's a decent one. But I mean, that's on the top, so nothing on the sides from what I can see besides that scratch on the letter right there. And then that was from trying to put the tire on, rubbing the red letters off. But regardless, looks pretty good. I just don't think the speed sat all the way. Well, okay, that's just because of the rim lock right there, pinching it in. Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. Gosh, dude, that's a beefy back tire. I hope that damn thing fits. This one, I think, went pretty well. I don't think, there's a little spot in here. That's not bad, though. Got the Tusk rim lock cap. Built, I believe, is what the brand is for the valve stem cap. And then that's just that black rubber plug I was talking about in the stock room. Yeah, it looks good. Just wish I could put them on and ride it now. But frame RM250, man, it came out so much better this time. I mean, there is some orange peel there, but I'm cool with that. It's way better than it was. What's up, y'all? Sounds like Savannah. Bet you she has a frisbee. Ha, imagine that. What's up, pup girl? Let me see. Come on. Go. Go. Yeah, man. This turned out so good this time. For a cheap Harbor Freight powder coat gun, still not professional looking results, but I'm not a professional. I don't have a professional setup, so man, these wheels, y'all. Gosh, I'm so happy about these wheels. I'm really, really, really happy and excited to see this rear shock put together, because this shock spring is crazy. I mean, there's still a lot left, but really, the hard shit's done. I have aluminum welding wire. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but just to pull this, it's not going to be perfect. I'm not a welder. I've never welded aluminum before in my life, and I have a flux core machine, and I don't think there's flux core aluminum, if that's even a thing. I just got regular aluminum welding wire. So if anything, I just heat this up a bunch with a MAP gas torch, or a MAP gas, MAP gas torch, and see if I can get some to stick without completely screwing everything up here. And then we'll get this powder coated, because I think I figured out what color I'm going to do for this. It's the same red as the hubs. Then I could put the bearings on and put the triple clamp back on the bike and have it starting to look like a bike again. Clean the electrical system up, get that off the table, and put back on the bike. Man, I really don't know what I'm going to do with this tank. I don't know what's going to fix this. I mean, I'm not worried about that, but like this discoloration, well, that's powder and dirt and dust and shit, but I don't know why it's turning like brown.
I mean, I may just have to Cerakote this with the yellow and it'd be a kind of different shade off, which that stuff irritates me, but there was a sticker here that I hadn't had that on in a while. So I don't really know why. I don't know, maybe I just need to try and wash the heck out of this. I don't know. It's just all discolored now. If anybody knows how I can get this looking new again, just let me know. Maybe I have to sand the whole thing down, wet sand it, then polish it. Which, I mean, I have all the polishing stuff from Prime MX to do so. No, that's aluminum. Oh, I forgot I had that. Okay. Yeah, the plastic polishing kit. What's the number 2 wheel at? Oh, there it is. These personal messages camera were pretty cool. Yeah. Cut that part out, didn't mean to show the address there. Oh yeah, the frame guards too. Okay. Yeah, man. So close now that this frame is done. Frame and the wheels.